Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another solo board game playthrough. Today we're going to be playing a playthrough of A Place for All My Books, a cozy game of gathering, organizing, and admiring good books. This game may be cozy for multiplayer, I don't know that yet, but it is not for solo. There's a good tension in this game. This is going to be a game of collecting books and organizing them in our apartment in order to kind of fulfill different little projects. These are sort of mini objectives. And the solo system in this game is actually really cool, and we'll get into it here in a bit. But we're the blue player, and we have... I'll kind of just go over everything because it is relatively simple what we're doing. We have our little worker here, and we're going to take actions mostly in our apartment, but we'll occasionally go out to the village and take some actions out here. But there are a variety of worker placement spots. So the predominant one we're going to be using is sort and gather. These allow us to take these stacks of books and either take a stack and distribute them as onto other stacks, or to make new stacks, or gather, which will take the top of multiple stacks and create a stack. I'll get into all that stuff more specifically. That's going to be the predominant thing we're going to be doing to manipulate the books in our apartment. And then admiring our projects is basically fulfilling our objectives. So that's what we're going to do. The actions we take in our apartment will increase our social battery. And our social battery is the resource we need to go to town and take various actions. So I'll kind of get into those as we do that stuff. But some of the other elements out here are, here is the bookstore where we can get more books and objective cards. This is the village shop that lets us get other neat things. Other neat things are going to be endgame scoring cards, or one-time effects, or ongoing effects. So they're sort of like, you can maybe do a small engine building. We've got these major accomplishments here. So the major accomplishments is whenever we complete that objective, we immediately get to score it. We put one of our tokens here. The first player to do it will get the 5 victory points and 3 social battery for these ones. And then any subsequent player would get this. Penelope doesn't care about that. We'll explain what the relationship to those things are for her. And when we get to that point. And yeah, I think that's really kind of it to get started with our character. These are some additional components for some of the other neat stuff. Now, Penelope Everready is our opponent here. And she doesn't care about social battery. She just runs around town, does whatever she wants. When she moves around town, she's going to have different actions she's going to take there. And her deck of cards is going to be the thing that dictates what she does or where she goes. And again, this is a really cool system. We'll get into it more as the game progresses. The way the game ends is that every time we go to town, or one of her cards tells her to move this sun will move. When we go to town, or when she moves it with one of the cards, as the sun moves down, when it hits this last spot, we finish out the round, then play one more round, and then we go to final scoring. Whoever has the most victory points is the winner. Penelope it has 5 different levels of difficulty. I've set her at 3. So we're going to see how things go. So we start the game with 12 books. We start with 4 blue books, 3 red books, 3 yellow books, and 2 green books. And they're randomly distributed into our apartment. There are these little 3 dots here, or 2 dots here, or 4 dots here, whatever. We randomly place those stacks. I know with stacks it's kind of hard to see, so maybe I'll offset them a little bit so you guys can see. But I basically have a big stack of yellow books with a blue one on top, a blue, red, blue, red, and then red or blue, red, green in that stack. So we're going to start the game with 5 little projects. We're going to keep 3 of them and then discard the other 2. So this is looking for, have 3 lonesome yellow books. Lonesome books have to be a book by themselves, no other card. That's going to be an easy one to achieve. Have 3 tall stacks in our bedroom. Now a tall stack is specifically a stack with at least 3 books. Have a 1-4 stack of have a 4+ red books in a single stack. I don't even have 4 books, so I'm going to discard that one because I don't think I can make that one. Have no tall stacks, which is a little antithetical to that one. And then have a column where the top book of each stack is the same color. I think I'm going to keep that one. We'll discard that one. Now, all of these are going to be worth 2 victory points in the game, but some award social battery. Others award the top card of the village, of the other neat stuff stack. So, sorry, taking a drink of my Cherry Dr. Pepper Zero. Okay, so that's going to be our hand. And we can only have 5 cards in our hand. So let's go ahead and get started here. I think something I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and sort. It's going to gain us 1 social battery. it takes us 5 to go out to the town. So, and then we need more. So we need a lot of social. So we're going to probably get as much as we can and then go out. So we're going to pick up a stack and then of books and distribute them to the top of any stack or empty spaces. We can take 2 from that stack and add that to another stack. So if I wanted to take these 2, I could plop them down here or put them here or so on. However, I'm going to distribute these in such a way that I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take this one and put this one, I think I'm going to put this one here. And we're going to call that our turn. So that's our go. So with Penelope, we're going to draw a card. And depending on how many cards are in her display, we're going to take that line of action. So she has 1 card, so she's going to go to the cafe. And she will gain 3 books from the bag. So she goes to the cafe. The cafe is a spot exclusive to her. And she's going to gain 3 books from the bag. At the end of the game, each book's with 1 victory point. So we're just going to set those over there. And as you can see on the top of the card here, it says removal. Her cards are going to have a set of these symbols here. When we complete one of our little projects with that color book, so either a certain color book or a grayed out book, we're going to remove every card from her display that contains that color and shuffle it back into her deck. The important part about that is because if we do not and she ever flips over the last card of her deck, we lose the game immediately. So there is this tension of maximizing our what we admire, because we can admire as many things as possible. So setting up multiple cards and then making sure those cards are the ones that will remove her lineup, and because as she gets more cards in her lineup, the more powerful her actions become. So it's just the kind of thing we have to wrestle with. Okay, we're gonna rest. It's gonna give us 2 more. It's gonna give us 2 more social battery. We're gonna gain 2 cards. So have a room where all of its spaces are filled with lonesome books. Okay, so we can actually tie that up with this when we sort again, and then have a stack where you've got 2 green and 2 yellow. Okay, so I think we're going to work towards making a couple of these work out. So she's going to go to the bookstore. She's going to go here. She can now, when you go to the bookstore, you can buy either the smallest, the medium, or the largest shelf. She's going to buy the medium shelf. So she takes these 2 books, and she takes this card to score at the end of the game. And then when we refill and add a new book. So there's always a smallest, largest, and medium-sized shelf. So she takes those. That's her turn. Our go now. We're going to sort again. And I'm going to pick up this stack here. And we're going to place that there. We're going to place that there. And we're going to place... I think I'm going to place that there. Okay. Her go. She's going to go to the bookstore again. She stays there, and she's going to take the medium shelf. Now, we can't take the same action as we had previously, but she can, because obviously she cheats. So, actually, instead of putting the book stand, I'm going to put it here. So, just doing a small mulligan there. Okay, I could admire, and if I admire, I could complete this objective and this objective, but I'm so close. Maybe I wait, and I just complete these 2 objectives. So we're going to admire. So something that every player gets is one of these cards. I don't know if this is the promo one or not, but there are 2 because I've got one's a promo, but they're identical. So one of these is in the base game and one of these is a promo. But basically, each time we admire, we gain 3 social battery. If blue is the most common type of our book in our apartment, of course, if you're the red player, you have the red one, green player, so on. Most common would mean the one you have that of the most. There's no ties. So if I had a red book, another red book, I'd have 4 red and 4 blue. It wouldn't count. But I only have 4 blue books, and I have 3 or less of everything else. So I do get the 3 social battery. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to complete these 2 objectives. So the first one here is have a room where all of its spaces are filled with lonesome books. Our den is full of lonesome books. So that's going to be 2 victory points in the game and 3 social battery. And then we get to remove these cards and shuffle them back into her deck because it's a no color book. I'm going to put a face down stack there. And then it says have 3 lonesome yellow books. And I have 3 lonesome yellow books. This has yellow on it, so I get to remove this one as well. This gets us also another 3 social battery. And I get to shuffle her cards back into her deck. How about that? All right. It's not bad at all. Okay, that is going to be our go. We'll take her turn again. She will go to her cafe. She gains a little project card from the smallest bookstore and restock. So she's just going to take the card, but then we're going to restock the books. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now I kind of want to go to town, but I think I'm going to wait just a tad bit before we do. And I think I'm going to sort again. And we're going to take these two, and I'm going to place this here. I'm going to place this. I'm going to place that there, like that. Yeah. Okay. She's going to go back to the cafe. She's going to gain the little project card from the medium store and restock. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is really tempting. So we're actually going to leave our house. It's going to move down 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to advance the sun marker. Once we leave our house, we can take an action in the village. So I'll go over these really quickly. We can go to the library. That's going to cost us 1 social battery. We can draw 4 cards from, or 4 books from the bag. Keep 1 and then put the rest on each bookshelf. We can exchange, which costs us 1 social battery. That lets us take any number of any number of books from our nightstand, and then replace them with any color of books equal to the same amount plus 1. So if I've got 3 books on my nightstand, I'll get 4 books back of any choice. Our nightstand is a read a book. We can get 2 social battery and put any book from here into our nightstand. So that's a thing to kind of get what you want. We have the bookstore, which you've seen her do. We can spend 1, 3, or 6 to take any of those and then we have the little shops. We could do 4 to take one of these, and 9 to take both, or 3 to take off the blind. And then we reset the shop if we take 4 or 9. We take 1 or 2. And then if we're on a space where, and then Penelope goes to that space or vice versa, we bump to the park. The park, if we're bumped to the park, we get 2 social battery. If she's bumped to the park, she gets to add one of her cards from her deck into her display, and that just makes her more powerful. It doesn't do anything. So we're going to go ahead and go to the bookstore. I'm going to spend 6. So that's going to be to take this, and we're going to get this project card. Now, when we get books when we're out in town, they go into our backpack. I don't think I mentioned this before, but we're going to stack these books into stacks. A stack can have no more than 6 books. So that's just something to be cognizant of. We can't have anything more than 6 books in a stack. And when we take a stuff, we can take any number. We can organize them in any sort of way. But then when we take another subsequent grouping of books, we have to add them to the existing stack. So I'm taking these 2 like this because I'm going to plop them here for this objective. And my bedroom needs some stacks. So I think maybe I'll add that to there, and maybe I'll add these like this. Okay, so those are my 2 stacks that I'm making. We'll replenish. And real quick, let's go over this. So have 2 stacks where all the books in those stacks share the single color. So I need 2 tall stacks. So I need basically like 2 reds, or like 2 stacks of red or 2 stacks of blue or something. We have to have 4 other neat stuff, and then have 4 tall stacks, one in each room, that have the exact same color books in any order. Okay, that one seems a little trickier, but we'll see if we can make it work. When we complete one of these objectives, what happens is that we can choose any color from her row and then shuffle that back in. So where the little projects are specific to a certain color that we have to do, we can choose any color. So if she has a bunch of non-colored action cards out and we don't have a little project for it, when we fulfill one of these, we can use that as the way to replenish or to reset those. So anyhow, it's her turn now. She's going to go to the library. When she goes to the library, it says she draws 1 book from the bag, and then she adds 1 to each spot here. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So let's go to the shop here. We're going to spend 4 social battery, and we're going to get this cute keychain. So what this allows us to do is that each time we sort, we can discard a little project to gather. It's an ongoing power. This gets discarded. These get replenished. And it's going to be her turn. She's going to go here. Now, she's on 4 now. And I'm just going to slide this up just a tad bit. She's on 4 now, and I'll move these out of the way. So she goes to the bookstore. She's going to take the medium shelf again. This medium shelf's got a lot of books. One, 2, and 3. So I could go to the library and get some stuff, which I think is probably okay. So I think we're going to do that, and then we'll head back to our apartment. Oh, wrong thing. So we're going to draw 4 from the bag and choose 1 to take back. I'll take the yellow one. And then we'll do green there, yellow there, yellow there. Okay. She's in the library. She bumps me. I get 2 social battery, and then she would pull 1 from the bag, but her ability with 5 cards is gets 2 additional books. And then we'll put 1 on each here. She's going to have a big pile of books by the end of the game, so just keep that in mind. They're not going to fit on camera. Okay, we're going to head to our apartment. So when we head back to our apartment, we place our backpack stacks somewhere, and then we'll get to take an action on our apartment. So I think the first thing we're going to do is take this stack and place it... I need it in my bedroom. We'll place that there. We'll take this stack and also place this on our nightstand. And then the action we're going to take is admire. We're going to admire, and so when we admire, how many blue books we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue books. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red books. So we get social battery, 1, 2, 3. We're going to complete this, have a column where the top book of each stack is the same color. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. That gets completed. This gets removed. We have a stack with 2 red or 2 green and 2 blue, or 2 green and 2 yellow. So that gets us 1, 2, 3. These get removed. Actually, everything gets removed because there's green and yellow there. And then we have 3 tall stacks in our bedroom, which we do, which gets us the top card of this stack, which is going to be a bookshelf. When you acquire this, gain 2 books of any 1 color from the bag. And those get completed. These all get shuffled back into her stack. Gain 2 books of any 1 color from the bag. We'll get 2 red books. When you acquire this, gain 2 books of any 1 color from the bag. I don't know if they go to my backpack or they just go to my apartment. I'm just going to set them, I guess, there. Okay. And that'll be our go. So it's that's a pretty good turn for us. Okay, she's going to go to her cafe. She's going to gain the little project card from the medium shelf and restock. So she's going to gain that card, and then we're going to restock. Lots of books out here. Okay. All right. We need 2 tall stacks where all the books are in the same color, which I can do. I think I can do. So we're going to, first let's rest. We're going to get 2 social battery and get 2 cards. So I have no green books in our den or our kitchen. Our den's got a green book. And then have 3 stacks topped with blue books in a single room. I have that in my bedroom. So I've got that one already ready to go. So we can set these up with our next turn. She's going to go to the cafe, get 2 books from the bag. She's already at the cafe. We are going to sort. And then I can discard a card to gather. So we're going to sort, and I'm going to grab this stack here. And do this, because I'm removing the green book from the den. How can I set up one of these? I'm just going to move them there. And then I'm going to discard this card here. To gather, I get to get a social battery for gathering. And then I can take the top of this stack. Take the top from any number of stacks and place them as a single stack. So I need 2 tall stacks where they share the same color. So this one, and this one become a single stack that I'm going to place here. Okay. Okay. Penelope's going to take her turn. She's going to go to the park. When she goes to the park, she just adds another card to her queue. We are going to rest again. That's 2. We'll draw 2 cards. No yellow books in our bedroom or bathroom, and a single stack of all blue, or 4 blue. Okay. So she's going to go to the bookstore. She's going to take the medium shelf, which is this one. Oh, dear. She's going to take that. It might be worth me trying to get out just to get that big stack there. So maybe I do go to town. Maybe we're going to leave the house because that's a really lucrative looking stack. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go to the bookstore. It's going to push her out to the town. She gets to get another card in her queue. And we're going to spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take this. Have 4+ matching color books on your nightstand. Okay. So this is a lot of books here that I just took. So we need 2 of the same color stacks. So take those. I really can't do a whole lot with what I just grabbed, but it's a lot of points, so we're just going to take that like so. Okay, she's going to take a turn. She is 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have to move this forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She goes to the bookstore, bumps me out for 2 social battery. Oh, I didn't replenish. She takes the largest shelf. Takes that. We're going to go here, and I'm going to spend all my 9 to take both of these. Now, so first off, I get the cozy blanket. At the end of the game, we're going to score 1 point for each room in our house that has 2 or more empty spaces. And then we're going to let this record player to flip this card to discard any number of cards in our hand, and then draw that until you get up to 5. And then as soon as we complete an objective, which we complete this one, we get 3 social batteries. So 1, 2, 3. And then we can choose a color and shuffle all those back into her pile. I'm going to choose green. No, I'm going to choose yellow. And shuffle them all back into her deck. So now her power is less power. She's less powerful. Okay. She's going to go to the cafe. Discard all books and the project card from the largest bookshelf. So these get discarded. This gets discarded, and then we'll refill. Now, I did want to point out that some things will tell her to restock and some things won't. I still think you're supposed to restock these because if I don't restock this and I were to come take this and then they refill, we've got 2 piles with the same number of books, and that kind of messes this up. So I think you're supposed to restock everything, even though it doesn't. Some cards explicitly say so, and some others don't. Just keeping that in mind. So we're going to return home. I've got my big fat stack here. No green in the den or kitchen, and I am going to put green in the den and the kitchen. So I kind of messed that up, but that's okay. And then we're going to I have got a lot of books here. I think I've got a little bit of time here. Let's let's sort. And we're going to take this pile here, take these greens and stick them there. These reds are going to be stuck there, and this blue is going to go there. Now I'm going to take this red and stick this red on with this one as well. And then here, I'm gonna complete this objective, have 2 tall stacks where Oh, hold on. Do I want to do the other thing where I gather? Yeah, I'll discard a card to gather. I'm going to discard this card here to gather because of my ability here. Each time I sort, and I'm going to gather this card or this book. That gets me no green in the den or kitchen. I have this one still and have on my nightstand. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to take this one and place that there. All right, no. I'm going to take this one and then redo it that way. So I'm going to make those two and then make a stack there. Okay. Then it says have 2 tall stacks where all books in those 2 stacks are a single color. I've got 2 tall stacks here because tall stacks at least 3. Gets me 3 social battery. And then I'm going to remove all her gray cards. Okay. Her turn. She's going to go to the cafe to get 2 books from the bag. Okay, Argo now. Let's see. I could admire that one. I could admire these 2 because I have no things in here. But maybe I want to set up one of these. Have 4 of the same color on our nightstand. I'm going to have to sort to do that. So I think we're going to admire. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue books. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have too many red books. We don't get this ability. But we are going to get these, which is going to be 6 social battery. So that's 3, 6. And then we get to shuffle these both back in. Okay. Her go. She's going to go to the bookstore, take the medium shelf. We're going to sort. We're going to sort this pile. And I think I want to do... Wait a minute. Maybe we sort this pile. I don't have any room in my... Maybe we sort this pile here. Have 4 tall stacks, 1 of each with the exact same, that have the same number of books in any order. Of the same books. The exact same books. I'm going to place that there. I'm going to place that there. And then I'm going to discard this to gather. And I'm going to gather... I'm going to gather this. This. And this. I think. Okay, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, Penelope's going to go. She's going to go to the park. It's going to give her another card. We're going to activate our record player, so we're going to flip this over to discard this card and draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No books in the middle. No tall stacks with red. Have a stack with exactly 4 books, 1 of each color. Have no blue in the bedroom or bathroom, and then have a tall stack. So I'm probably not going to be able to complete these ones, but we've got these ones here. Okay. So do I go to town even? Maybe not yet. I'm going to gather again, and I'm going to take I need a tall stack. So I'm going to take this, this, and this and make a stack here. And then I need to do, yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do this one with yellow, red, and green, or yellow, red, and blue. Okay. She's going to go to the shops. She's going to discard both other neat things, and then she gains 3 books from the bag. She can gain these too, so, but looks like she's not going to. So this is one of the cards for one of these tiles. Okay. It's got a big pile here. Okay. We're going to sort again, and I'm going to take... Okay, hold on. I'm going to take this pile here. We're going to place that there. We're going to place that there. We're going to place these 2 back to here. And then I'm going to discard this to gather. And I'm going to gather this, this, and this. And place these 3. Oh, I need to place them in my... Okay. I need to place them in my bedroom. Or my bathroom, I mean. So I guess for now, we'll stick those there. No, I'm gonna arrange them like this, and it'll make sense at some point. Okay. She's gonna go. She's at 6 now. She goes to the library. She gains 3 additional books. So there's 3 plus the 1 she'll get, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're gonna go to town. I'm gonna spend 5. This moves forward once, and then we're gonna go. We're going to go... Oh, I don't want to do that yet. We're going to go here, and I'm going to spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this decorative mug. This is the opposite of my cute keychain, so every time I gather, I can discard a card to sort. This gets discarded. We flip. We flip. Okay, she's going to take an action. She's at 7, so she's going to go to the shops as well. It bumps me. Gives me 2 social battery. She gains both of these cards. Okay, so we're going to have to like do something here in a moment because she's going to like power up. So we're going to go here and spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to take this pile. Gain this card. Really, it doesn't matter. But we're going to make a stack here of these 4. And then we're going to put a lone red one there. This gets replenished. Okay, her go. She has 8, so she goes to the book. Oh, whoops, I've moved us. Wait, where did she go? She went to the shop. Okay, she's going to come here, bump me back out again. And then she's going to get the largest shelf. We're going to have to go to town, or going to go back home. So we're going to go back home. I get to put this into a spot, which is a thing of every single thing. And then I get to place this somewhere. And then I'm going to admire. And I don't think I have... I still think I have more red books, but we're going to do this little project here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. For this project, it's going to let me remove all of these books. Or all of these cards. Can I do another one of these? Oh, nope. Have 3 tall stacks with no red books. And I don't have that, so... Okay. Okay, her go. She goes to the bookstore for the medium shelf. I need to replenish. I have way too many books here. I've played games where like we didn't score very much, and then this one's going to be a high-scoring game. Okay. Okay, I need to... Okay, so we're going to sort. And I need to grab... I have a pile here. So I need to grab... this pile, put that here, put that here, and I'm going to discard a card to gather, and I'm going to gather this, oops, this, and this to place that into my bathroom. Now, every room I have a tall stack. So I have 4 tall stacks. I have one here in my bedroom, one in my bathroom, one in my kitchen, one in my den that are green, yellow, and blue, or blue, red, and yellow. So I have 4 tall stacks, each and one in each room where they have the exact same color of books. So we get that. 1, 2, 3 social battery. We're going to remove all of these. Nice. Okay, her go. She goes to her cafe to get 3 books from the bag. We're going to gather. So we're going to take, doesn't even matter at this point, but we're going to take, I have so many books. 1, 2, 3, whoops. 4, 5, and 6. We're going to place that stack of 6 here, like that. Okay. Then we're going to discard this card to sort, and we're going to pick up this stack and place them like this and like this. Okay. She goes to the library. Gains a book. We're going to rest. It's 2. We get 2 cards. No yellow cards in our kitchen. And then have 4 green books among our corner spaces, which we don't have. She's going to go to the park. And then gain 2 books from the bag. And the park gives her 2 cards. I don't think you guys understand this pile is actually off the chain right now. We're going to leave the house. So this moves forward. And then we're going to, I didn't replenish these. We're going to go here and spend 9. So it puts us at 5 to take both of these. This is some set collection stuff. So if we get additional board games or collectible pins, we'll get more points. Which I have this stuff even off to the side. So this is like, there we go. Okay. Replenish, replenish. She takes an action here. She goes to the bookstore. Gains the 1 additional book from the bag in the medium shelf. Okay. And then I've got 5 left. Let's go to here. We're going to spend a social battery. I'm going to swap these out for 4 books of my choice, and I'm going to grab all blue books. There's like nothing left in this bag. I guess 3 blue books and a red book. No, 3 blue books and a yellow book. That goes to here. Okay. Okay, so she's going to trigger the end of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She goes to the cafe, pushes this over. We have 1 more round. She gains 3 books from the bag. Okay. We're going to head back to our apartment. We're going to place this out here, and then we're going to take an admire action, and we're going to admire for these 2, which is have a thing of 6 and then have a full row where each book is the same color, which we have 3 all reds there, and then we have that, and then I don't think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue books, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red books. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green books, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yellow books. So I actually get the 3, 1, 2, 3 for this, and then I get another 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for these 2. Those get completed. These get shuffled back in, and we'll finish off the round with her go, and then that'll be the game. And we'll count up the victory points. Okay, so she goes to the park, gains a book from the bag, and that's going to be the game. Okay, so like I said, she's got a big pile of books here. Yeah. Whoops. Okay, so we'll count up the victory points. There's not a lot of stuff left. So like I said, I've had it to where we've gotten a lot of books, and I've had it to go where we haven't gotten very many. And the scores are pretty comparable, so it was like we were both doing the same stuff. So we get 1 point for each book we have. So we've got, and I don't think anything... So hold on, let's wait, because some stuff cares about the positions here, but it's going to be easier to count without them. So I'm going to do our other neat stuff first, because that has an endgame thing relating to this. So our other neat stuff is going to be 2, 4, because we only have one set of these sets. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we get 1 point for each room in our house that has 2 or more empty spaces. And this is only 1. So what did I say? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points total, because our den is the only one that only has 2 spaces or more. So our den is going to be 14 points, or that's going to be 14 points. Our books, I'm just going to pick these up. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39. So we have 39 points from books. I'm just going to put those back in the bag. There's nothing else I have cares about that stuff. Little projects, there's the 2 points each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And then we got every major accomplishment, so it's going to be 14 total. Scoring us a total... and then remaining social battery. So our social battery, we get 1 point for every 4 social battery. We're at 13 social batteries, so we get 3 points, leaving us 90. Okay, so it's 90 points for us. So we're going to do Penelope now, so books. Okay, so let's just move this stuff out of the way here. Okay. So there's 5, 10, 10, 15, 20. I tried making nice stacks, but then they fell apart. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So she has 60 points from books. I got 90 total. So as long as she doesn't get 30 points from her little projects and her other neat stuff, then we're in a good spot. So she had 60 points from that. So 60. So little projects. Let me just sort these out. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Uh-oh. And then here, she gets 2 points for both of those. That's 4, leaving her 88. Oh, man. So some of these were worth 3, and if they have a question mark, they're worth 3 to her. So we definitely could have lost, but we won by 2 points there. So that is a playthrough of a Place for All My Books. That was a high-scoring game. I think most of my games were in the 50s to 60s, but it kind of depends. I had a game where we both scored 40 and less because we weren't getting books from there, and I managed to really, I don't know. It's an interesting pull, push and pull, because I was doing this and organizing these so much that I had so many books to organize that I was able to reset her stuff so much, but she was slowly getting books every single time, and neither of us were because her later cards will send her she needs 6 to 8 to move the sun token. I'm not going to town and I'm resetting her enough. She's never moving. The sun token's not moving, so we're able to do a lot more. I say, with that being said, though, having too many books to organize can be obviously cumbersome, because it was I don't have any space to put these things. So there is that interesting balance there of just I don't know if raw grabbing books is a good valid strategy or not. But anyway, that's going to be a playthrough. There are other cards, like I said, that give you some stuff. Like these are these are wilds. These are like bookends. There's like the fancy bookend here and a lamp. These like little tokens here like let you get additional points for rooms with those in them with a matching book color of that particular cat token. So yeah, so it's a pretty thinky game. It's supposed to be cozy and multiplayer, but the tension of her card system makes it to where like you really have to play. And these, she always keeps these, but these rival cards, to increase her difficulty, there are other rival cards. There's like A, B, C, D, and then whatever the other 4 letters are that I can't think of at the moment. And you swap these out, and the more of these like later letter gray cards, she's harder. So that's how you kind of change the difficulty with her. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. That's going to be a place for all my books. Let me know what you guys think of the game, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.